स्क्रीन दिसते सगळ्यांना? Yes. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will start with the points. So up till now, we have discussed the points from chapter number 1. So these are like this. Business ethics overview, we have seen importance of business ethics. We have discussed. Then key context, globalization, sustainability, that points we have completed. And in last lecture, we have started with the points, ethical theories. So what is the meaning of ethical theories? Can anyone tell? Ethical theories means what? Why it is used, that concept, ethical theories? Please give the responses. Ethical theory stands for what? Yes, Ankita? Am I audible properly? You're not giving responses. Am I audible? Okay. So what is the concept of this ethical theory then? Saili, can you tell? This ethical theory point we have started in the previous lecture. So what is the meaning of ethical theory? Why it is used? Briefly, can you explain that point? Yes. Mahesh Deshmukh, are you there in the lecture?
Yes, ma'am.
So ethical theory point we have started. You are present for last lecture?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the meaning of this ethical theory? Can you tell? Okay, are you clear with the points, whatever we have discussed up till now? काय काय बघितलं आपण आतापर्यंत बिझनेस इथिक्स चॅप्टर नंबर 1 मध्ये? Mahesh, give the answer, please. What points we have discussed up till now in first chapter? स्क्रीन दिसते तर ते बघून तर सांगा काय बघितलं आपण आतापर्यंत.
Introduction, परत importance.
Then this
Globalization.
Globalization मध्ये कुठले 3 इश्यूज डिस्कस केले होते? What 3 issues are there in the globalization? Okay, anybody else able to answer? Okay, are you tell Mahesh, can you tell what is the concept of this ethical theory? आपण पॉइंट हा स्टार्ट केला होता लास्ट लेक्चरला, बरोबर आहे? सो इथिकल थिअरी मीन्स व्हॉट, कशासाठी आहे तो कन्सेप्ट? इथिकल थिअरी म्हणजे काय, त्यात काय असतात कंटेंट? व्हॉट इज दॅट बेसिक कन्सेप्ट ऑफ इथिकल थिअरी? कॅन यू टेल? Okay, Meenakshi, are you not able to talk? Means, is there any problem? Yes, Meenakshi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so ethical theory that you have given answer. So I expect responses from you. So kindly pay attention and give the response. If any point is not clear, you can ask. Vaishnavi Deshmukh, are you there for the lecture? Vaishnavi? Okay, I think she is not there. Ganesh, can you define ethical theory? Okay, so I will start. That ethical theory is the set of rules which are referred as standard reference line for guiding the businessman or for guiding any stakeholder of the business to take proper decision at any situation. Ethical theory is a basic concept. So we have seen that basic concept. So these are acting as a proper guideline, or these are acting as a reference guideline for the businessman or any stakeholder to take the proper decision. Okay, so based on how the theory is giving focus on a specific point, किंवा कुठल्या theory मध्ये काय difference आहे किंवा कुठल्या पॉइंटला कन्सिडर करून ती theory describe केलेली आहे, त्याच्यावरून त्याचे वेगवेगळे टाइप्स आहेत. So there are two types of ethical theories we have to see: normative ethical theory and descriptive ethical theory. Okay, so that normative ethical theory we have started in the previous lecture. Okay, so I will go to that particular point. Just a minute. So main classification दोन टाइप मध्ये आहे ethical theory चा, normative आणि descriptive. Are you clear with that basic concept? Yes, I want answer from your side. Ethical theory means what? Are you clear with that? That is the standard reference document which is used as guideline for forming the business ethics as well as for taking the right decision for any situation for all the stakeholders of the business. That is the concept of ethical theory. So that there are two types. This normative ethical theory we have started in the last lecture. So what is the concept of normative ethical theory? काय describe केलेलं असतं normative ethical theory मध्ये? So normative ethical theory and descriptive main difference is normative ethical theory is giving the standard set of guidelines. म्हणजे irrespective of situation, what is the standard set of guidelines as per the ethics norm that is described in the normative ethical theory. So irrespective of situation, it is giving the standard rules. That is normative ethical theory. And descriptive means what? Stepwise, it is explaining how to take the proper decision at a particular situation. म्हणजे situation ला consider करून or with respect to situation, how to take the decisions by following the ethics norms that is described in this descriptive ethical theory. That is the difference between normative and descriptive ethical theory. Is it clear? Yes. Whether the basic difference is clear? Saili, are you there in the meeting? Yes, Saili. Meenakshi, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
So, basic standard norms, those are described in the normative ethical theory. And in descriptive ethical theory, stepwise, how the proper decision should be taken by following the business ethics, that is described in the descriptive ethical theory. Okay. So, this normative ethical theory we will see in detail. So, normative ethical theory चा आपण बघितलंय basic points की काय असतं याच्यामध्ये. So, these are, see, these points already we have seen. Normative ethical theories are moral philosophy or ethics concerned with criteria of what is morally right and wrong. It includes formulations of. So all these points we have seen. काय असतो बेसिक कन्सेप्ट तो आपण बघितलाय. परत त्याच्यामध्ये 3 points specifically consider केलेले असतात. Whether that country is giving more focus on this individual morality or whether it is giving more focus on institutional morality. Based on that, त्या normative ethical theory मध्ये description असतं. That is first point we have seen. Then whether the capitalism is accepted or rejected. So if it is accepted in the country, accordingly that normative ethical theory description will be there. and if it is rejected, accordingly that kind of ethical theory will be formulated. And third one, it is traditional ethical theory. So traditional ethical theory gives what? It offers a certain rules or principles which we can apply to any given situation. मग हे 3 सब पॉइंट्स याच्यामध्ये कन्सिडर केले होते की साधारण हे पॉइंट नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये एक्सप्लेन केलेले असतात. ओके, अँड देन वी हॅव सीन दिस कन्सेप्ट ऑफ कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स अँड नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स म्हणजे ज्याच्यामध्ये आउटकमला कन्सिडर करून ऍक्शन घेतली जाते, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. कन्सिक्वेन्सेस म्हणजे काय? परिणाम. ज्याच्यामध्ये परिणामांचा विचार करून ऍक्शन डिसाइड केली जाते त्या इथिक्सला म्हणतात कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. आणि नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स मीन्स just based on basic moral values, based on basic moral principles, the actions are decided. That is called as the non-consequentialist ethics. So these are two important terms we have to consider. कारण नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये इथिक्सचे जे 4 टाइप बघायचे आहेत आपल्याला, त्याच्यामध्ये परत ह्या टर्म्स आपल्याला कन्सिडर करायच्या. सो हिअर आय विल एक्सप्लेन. सो मेजर 4 normative theories we have to see. And that normative theories are of which type, whether they are of consequentialist or non-consequentialist, that we have to consider. त्यामुळे ह्या शब्दांचा अर्थ लक्षात घ्यावी. Consequentialist means what I said, that based on outcomes that actions are decided. म्हणजे आउटकमचा विचार करून ऍक्शन डिसाइड केल्या जातात. सो मोर फोकस इट इज गिव्हन ऑन द आउटकम. त्यामुळे त्याला कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट एथिक्स म्हणतात. आणि मोटिवेशन प्रिन्सिपल म्हणजे बेसिक इरिस्पेक्टिव्ह ऑफ कन्सिडरिंग आउटकम, whatever is the basic moral principle, based on that only the action is decided, that is called as the traditional approach. Okay, so this is the main difference between that two particular things. Okay, so now we will see the 4 major normative ethical theories. So what are the 4 major normative ethical theories? Can anyone tell? What are 4 major normative ethical theories? What are these 4 major normative ethical theories? Yes. Janvi. ऋतुजा. कुठल्या आहेत नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीचे एक्झाम्पल्स that we have to see? Yes, my voice is audible to everyone. Yes, Meenakshi. What are the 4 normative ethical theories that examples we have to see? Which 4 major normative ethical theories are there? Ganesh. Ganesh, can you answer? What are 4 major normative ethical theories that points we have to see? if you are not able, you don't want to give answer. Why no any response today? Yes. I'm calling your names and you are not responding. So shall I mark absenteeism for the students to whom I am asking question and I'm not getting response? Yes, Ganesh, why you are not responding?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
What I have asked? What question I have asked?
Major normative theories, ma'am.
So normative theory means what? That concept you have understood?
Ma'am, I'm not getting. I'm thoda आजारी है, ma'am.
Okay. So if you are not getting, you please ask. If you are not
Yes,
giving responses, I'm not getting anything, no?
Okay.
You listen that lectures because terms are simple. Still I am repeating that, and if again I am not giving response, how many times I should repeat? That is one question. So whether you are getting or not, that ethical theory concept, Krishna.
Yes, madam, getting me.
So normative ethical theory मध्ये 4 टाइपचे ethical theories आपल्याला बघायच्या. And after completion of that 4 ethical theories, we have to go for another type, that is descriptive ethical theory. Okay. So once again, I will repeat at last and I will start with that description. So normative दोन टाइप आहेत ethical theory मध्ये. Ethical theory म्हणजे काय? That is standard set or reference guideline for deciding the any stakeholder to take the right decision at particular situation. किंवा हे reference documents आहेत standard. त्याच्यामध्ये दोन टाइप आहेत. नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये काय बघतो आपण? दॅट normative that consists of the word norm. So norm means what? It is giving the standard norms irrespective of situation. जे काही आपले स्टँडर्ड प्रोटोकॉल आहेत इथिक्सचे ते ह्या नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये जास्त कन्सिडर केलेले असतात, irrespective of giving or irrespective of considering situation. So here same it is given. It provides the general rules and principles of behavior. What we should do, what we should not do, that is considered here. And in descriptive theory, stepwise, the phenomenon it is described how to take the proper decision at a particular situation by considering the ethical issues. So normative ethical theory मध्ये परत दोन टर्म्स आपण बघितल्या होत्या, कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स आणि नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स. कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट इथिक्स म्हणजे काय? ज्याच्यामध्ये आउटकमला कन्सिडर करून ऍक्शन्स घेतल्या जातात, that is consequentialist ethics. And non-consequentialist means by giving more focus on the outcome, just we are referring the basic motivations or basic principles and accordingly the actions are decided. So that two terms we have seen. Then these 4 normative ethical theories we have to see. Out of that, these first two we have discussed, egoism and utilitarianism. Okay. So egoism, आता याच्यामध्ये बघा हा समरी चार्ट आहे. So this can be asked in MCQ also or in theoretical description also. This question you have to for writing the answer for this question, this summary chart it is helpful. काय दिलेलं आहे याच्यामध्ये? 4 theories बघायच्या. इगोइझम, युटिलिटेरियनिझम, इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटीज, राईट्स अँड जस्टिस. त्यातल्या ह्या पहिल्या ज्या 2 theories आहेत, egoism आणि utilitarianism, that is considering which types of ethics? Consequentialist. आणि ह्या पुढच्या जे 2 आहेत ते नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. अजून कुठले पॉइंट आहेत इथं कंपॅरिझन साठी? कॉन्ट्रीब्युटर्स. हु हॅज इन्व्हेंटेड दिस theory? So egoism is invented by Smith. Then this utilitarianism is invented by this Jeremy. Ethics of duties, that is by Kant. Rights and justice, that is by John. पहिल्यांदा कॉन्ट्रीब्युटरचं नाव आहे. परत फोकस, कशावरती मेन फोकस दिला जातो, दॅट इज सेकंड पॅरामीटर. व्हॉट इज रूल, म्हणजे बेसिक वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल काय आहे त्याचं, आणि कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ह्युमन बीइंग. सो वन्स वी डिस्कस ऑल द 4 टाइप्स इन डिटेल, at last we will come to this comparative chart. आता पहिली नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरी आहे इगोइझम. मग इगोइझम मध्ये काय बघितलं होतं आपण? सो ऑलरेडी वी हॅव सीन दिस पॉइंट. सो फ्रॉम द नेम इटसेल्फ यू कॅन सी इगोइझम नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरी मध्ये काय कन्सिडर केलं जातं, दॅट हिअर ऑल्सो यू कॅन सी द फोकस इज गिवन ऑन इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिझायर्स ऑर इंडिव्हिज्युअल इंटरेस्ट. म्हणजे एखाद्या बिझनेसमननी फक्त स्वतःचा फायदा कन्सिडर करून एखादं फ्रॉड मटेरियल वापरलं किंवा बनावट मटेरियल वापरलं एखाद्या प्रोडक्टच्या मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंगसाठी, अँड दॅट प्रोडक्ट इट इज सेल. सो that descriptive theory it is referred as the egoism. Okay, so same it is given here. So I will just read these key points first, then I will go for detailed explanation. Egoism is invented by Smith. Its focus is on individual desires or individual interest. वैयक्तिक फायद्याचा फक्त इथं विचार केला जातो. रूल काय आहे ह्या थेअरीचा? मॅक्झिमायझेशन ऑफ डिझायर्स और self-interest. If somebody is having more desire to get benefit without considering its effect on the others, then that is considered as a egoism theory. Then rule is maximization of desire and self-interest. Then concept of human being. Human being से related काय concept है इधर? Man as an actor with limited knowledge and objective. So man is considered as a actor with limited knowledge and objective. So what we can say, it is having that person is having very limited insight, so that he is considering only about his benefits. So man is as actor with limited knowledge and limited objective. He has only limited objective, that he want his benefit. So that insights are very short. किंवा त्याचा जो दृष्टिकोन आहे तो फक्त स्वतःपुरता आहे. So that is the concept related to human being, and this is related to which type? Consequentialist, because this is considering what is the effect on that particular egoism on the other parameters. Okay, so that are the main key points. Egoism already we have discussed. Just I will highlight the key points. Following the theory of egoism, an action is morally right if the decision maker freely decides in order to pursue either their desires or their interest. So only own interest is considered. So for example, what is given here? एखाद्या बिझनेसमनने किंवा एखाद्या प्रोड्युसरने शॉडी प्रोडक्ट, शॉडी मीन्स व्हॉट? बनावट. एखादा जर बनावट मटेरियल वापरून एखादा प्रोडक्ट सेल केला तर शॉर्ट टर्म मध्ये तो सेल होऊ शकतो, बिकॉज द कंझ्युमर्स they are not aware about the outcomes, but in long term again they will not prefer to purchase that particular product, and that will be stopped. Okay, and afterwards the producer will avoid producing the shoddy goods for their own self-interest, but producing a situation that is beneficial to all. So that is the concept explained in the egoism, first type of normative ethical theory. Is it clear? Now at least can you answer? Egoism, ethical theory. कशावरती फोकस दिलेला असतो ह्या ethical theory मध्ये? Yes, Swati. What is the main focus given in this egoism?
Self-interest.
Self-interest.
Or self-decision.
Self-interest with limited insights. That is egoism. Then the second one, it is exact opposite to that. That is utilitarianism. So this word, it is based on the principle of greatest happiness principle. So here if you see, egoism मध्ये फक्त सेल्फ इंटरेस्टचा किंवा सेल्फ प्रॉफिटचा विचार केला जातो. त्याच्या एक्झॅक्ट रिव्हर्स युटिलिटरिझम मध्ये आहे. सो व्हॉट इट इज कन्सिडरिंग? इट इज कन्सिडरिंग greatest happiness principle. म्हणजे there is one term Bahujana hitaya, bahujana sukhaya. So similar meaning you can take here. So the business which is making everyone happy up to the maximum extent. So no one is getting any negative impact. That is the basic principle. So according to this theory, an action is morally right. So when the action is right, if it results in the greatest amount of good for the greatest number of people affected by the action. त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व असणारे सगळे स्टेक होल्डर्स किंवा सगळे एलिमेंट हॅपी होतील. दॅट इज द बेसिक वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ दिस utilitarianism. Okay, and it is based on the cost benefit analysis. Though it is making cost benefit analysis, it is not making any means everyone is satisfied. That is the key point in this particular theory. Okay, so utility is measured. So just a minute. Utility is measured in terms of pleasure and pain, and other interpretations of utility look at happiness and unhappiness. So same explanation it is given. So everybody should get pleasure and there should not be any pain. That is the basic working principle of this second theory. Okay, so these two types of theories I will just summarize here for this second one. It is invented by these two people, Jeremy and John. फोकस काय आहे ह्याचं बघा, इथं पहिल्यामध्ये फोकस होता इंडिव्हिज्युअल डिझायर, सेकंड मध्ये काय कलेक्टिव्ह वेलफेअर, एकत्रितपणे सगळ्यांचं ज्यातून चांगलं होईल असे डिसिजन घेणे. दॅट इज नोन एज द कलेक्टिव्ह वेलफेअर. वेलफेअर म्हणजे काय, गुड, ऑल गुड कंडिशन. सो कलेक्टिव्ह वेलफेअर इज द फोकस. रूल्स आर व्हॉट, ऍक्ट, रूल this utilitarianism. So, or we can say it is based on the greatest happiness principle. That is the rule for this. Concept of human being, काय consider केलं ह्याच्यामध्ये human ला? Man is controlled by avoidance of pain and gain of pleasure. So, man is controlled by the avoidance of pain. So, we have to take care that nobody is getting pain, means nobody is suffering because of that particular decision, and everybody is getting pleasure. That is the concept. And type kutla hai ह्याचा बघा, consequentialist. So first two theories we have seen, those are consequentialist theories. So the question can be either asked as explain the major normative theories, or it can be also asked as explain the consequentialist and non-consequentialist normative ethical theories. So first two theories are clear. Consequentialist theories, normative madल्या. Consequentialist theories समजल्यात का पहिल्या दोन? Shall we start with this non-consequentialist two types? Yes, Vaishnavi. Is it clear first two types? Meenakshi. पहिले दोन समजलेत का पॉइंट्स? ओके, नाउ वी विल सी फॉर दिस नॉन कन्सिक्वेन्शियलिस्ट. त्याच्यामध्ये काय की बेसिक प्रिन्सिपल कन्सिडर करून त्या थेअरीज डिस्क्राइब केलेल्या आहेत. त्याच्यामध्ये दोन टाइप बघायचे आहेत आपल्याला, इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटीज आणि राईट अँड जस्टिस. Okay, so again here this one we will consider first, ethics of duties. So I will use different highlighter. Ethics of duties we will consider. So that is contributed by Kant. So if you see on internet that this ethics of duties, so there is one document made by this particular scientist, Kant theory or categorical imperative Kant. Like that, if you search on internet, you will get all that various points which are considered to describe this ethics of duties normative ethical theory. बघा आता आपण हा तिसरी normative ethical theory study करतोय. It is the name of that theory is ethics of duties. What is the ethics related to duty of everyone? That is the name. So contributor is Kant. Focus obviously कशामध्ये focus असणार आहे याच्यामध्ये focus is given on duties. What duties are expected to be performed by everyone? That is the focus. Rules, categorical imperative. So what is this categorical imperative that we are going to see? याच्यामध्ये 3 main ethics consider केलेले आहेत. That we are going to see this particular document key point. So this categorical imperative is considered as main rule of this theory. Concept of human being: man is a rational moral actor. Rational moral actor. So we have to follow the moral rules because it is the ethics of duties theory. So main concept for human being is man is a rational moral actor, and type it is non-consequentialist. So it is not focusing on outcome, but it is focusing on the basic moral principles. Okay, so we will see that. See, non-consequentialist theory. Here we look at the 2 main type of non-consequentialist ethical theories that have been traditionally applied to business ethics. First one, it is ethics of duties. So and second is ethics of right and justice. But right now we are considering this third one, ethics of duties. So this, it is developed by Kant. So Kant subsequently developed a theoretical framework through these principles could derived called as a categorical imperative. So categorical imperative म्हणजे काय आहे? ते मेन 3 रूल्स आहेत जे आपल्या ड्युटीशी रिलेटेड इथिकल पॉइंट्स डिस्क्राइब करतात. Okay, so this is the categorical imperative. So this is one screenshot I have taken, and that is here in this slide. And that's a detailed description आहे. That description it is here. But this is summarizing which 3 maxim. Maxim म्हणजे काय? जसं आपण रूल म्हणतो. Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3. Like that the word it is used here. Maxim 1, Maxim 2, Maxim 3. Maxim म्हणजे काय? It is a standard rule which can be applied at any situation. Means irrespective of situation, that standard rule we can apply. That is the meaning of this Maxim 1, Maxim 2, and Maxim 3. So Maxim 1 is consistency. Maxim 2 is human dignity. Maxim 3 is universality. काय बघतोय आपण? लक्षात घ्या, आपण तिसरी नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी बघतोय. काय नाव आहे त्या नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरीचं? इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटीज. ऑब्विसली इथिक्स ऑफ ड्युटी मध्ये मेन फोकस इज गिवन ऑन what are the ethical points when you are going to perform any duty. आणि ह्याला जी की गाइडलाइन आहे, or whatever is the focus or whatever is the rule for this ethical theory, that is described in by this particular document, that is the categorical imperative. मग categorical imperative म्हणजे काय? That is one theory which is invented by Kant, or that is the standard document which is invented by this Kant, and that document is referred as the basic rule of this particular ethical theory. मग categorical imperative मध्ये 3 main point consider केलेले आहेत. Maxim 1, Maxim 2, Maxim 3. Maxim म्हणजे काय? Irrespective of situation. जो law जे principle आहे which is right at any situation, that is called as the maxim. So here 3 maxims we have to discuss. So I will just show you. Otherwise, yes, anything? Anybody asked? Just a minute. I will show you this categorical imperative by Kant so that you will understand that point more properly. आता जर तुम्ही इथं मॅक्झिमचा अर्थ बघितला. So here maxim means what? A short or pithy statement expressing general truth or rule of conduct. So that is the statement which express the general rule for conduct. So it will be always true or it is always right. That is the meaning of this maxim. And another I had to show that, see, categorical imperative, if you see, here you can see. So categorical imperative, which comes from 16th century German philosopher Kant. So Kant is the German philosopher. He has produced this categorical imperative document, and it is an ethical orientation that holds the one's action should be undertaken as if he or she has the power to make them universally applicable. म्हणजे असे काही बेसिक प्रिन्सिपल या कॅटेगरियल इम्पेरेटिव्ह मध्ये आहेत की जे इरिस्पेक्टिव्ह ऑफ एनी सिच्युएशन यू कॅन कन्सिडर दॅट ॲज अ स्टँडर्ड प्रिन्सिपल्स टू टेक द डिसिजन. Okay, so here also you can see another points. If you see, what is categorical imperative according to Kant? It defines categorical imperative as commands or moral laws all persons must follow regardless of their desires or extenuating circumstances. त्यांची वैयक्तिक इच्छा काय आहे किंवा त्याचे परिणाम काय होतील हे कन्सिडर न करता जे बेसिक रूल एखाद्या पर्सननी फॉलो करायला पाहिजे ते ह्या कांट्स इम्पेरेटिव्ह मध्ये दिलेले. ओके, सो आर यू क्लिअर विथ दॅट? So in your study material, I will give you some link for this particular document also. Okay, so like that you can see various explanations for that. Kant's moral philosophy काय आहे? Or here also you can see this document. Kant's categorical imperative, summary and analysis. Universal principle. A person should act that the principle of one's act could become a universal law of human action in the world in which one would hope to live. Okay, are you clear with this term? We will see what are the points in this categorical imperative in detail. पण काय आहे ते त्याचा अर्थ लक्षात आला का तुम्हाला? Categorical imperative हा मेन रूल आहे ह्या इथिकल थेअरीचा. कुठल्या? तिसरी इथिकल थेअरी जी आपण बघतोय. Which ethical theory right now we are discussing? This one. Ethics of duties. मग ethics of duties मध्ये मेन रूल म्हणून ही categorical imperative ही टर्म वापरलेली आहे. That's why I wanted you to first clear with what is the concept of categorical imperative. So are you clear with that particular concept or term? Categorical imperative means what? That is a standard set of rules which are invented by a philosopher known as Kant, and that is giving the laws which can be universally accepted. Okay, so that laws we will see in detail, but are you clear with this term? Categorical imperative? Yes? Are you clear with this term?
Yes, ma'am.
So, 3 laws आहेत ह्याच्यामध्ये. I will just maximize this and we will see. So here is the 3 laws. Maxim 1, consistency. Act only accordingly or act only according to that maxim. म्हणजे अशा रूलने तुम्ही ऍक्ट करा by which you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. So though the words are critical, you have to understand. So you have to act by that rule which is able to become a universal law. So for example, if you are acting with honesty, so honesty is the universal law. So like that, the whatever actions you are performing, you have to perform it in such a way that that actions can be considered as a universal law. That is the meaning of consistency. Consistency म्हणजे काय? Same राहणे किंवा maintaining the same performance. That is the meaning of consistency. So in what way you have to consider that term here? That whatever you are taking actions or whatever is your behavior, that behavior should be in such a way that that behavior can be considered as a universal law. Means you should not make any harm to any of the stakeholder. You should not consider any unhealthy conditions. That competition should be healthy. म्हणजे जे काही universally ज्या गोष्टी accepted होऊ शकतील, in that way you have to behave. That is the first term. So consistency. So we will see each term one by one. Consistency, human dignity, and university. So this can be also asked in the MCQ. That categorical imperative consists of which 3 maxims. So which 3 maxims are there? Consistency, human dignity, and universality. Okay, so one by one we will see that. Consistency means what? Moral consistency is the ability to consistently predict the action of another individual based on their moral attitudes. Then human dignity means what? Dignity is both a principle of law and moral idea, a principle of the highest importance. Human dignity मध्ये काय असणार आहे? Here, act so that you treat humanity whether in your own person or in that of another, always as an end and never as a means only. So always human dignity you have to consider. Means human values you have to properly follow. Means we have seen that whatever business you are doing, that should have the equally or that should be equally applicable for any of the element. That is the आपण याच्यामध्ये बघितलंय पहिल्या 2 पॉइंट्स मध्ये, ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये आणि सस्टेनेबिलिटी मध्ये. जो सोशल ऍस्पेक्ट आहे तिथं जे काही तुम्ही बिझनेस करताय, देअर शुड नॉट बी एनी डिस्क्रिमिनन्सी किंवा तिथं कुठलेही अशी विषमता नकोय की दॅट इज ऍप्लिकेबल फॉर ओनली फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक एलिमेंट ऑफ द सोसायटी. आणि ह्युमन डिग्निटीचा अर्थ काय होतो? ऑब्विसली यू हॅव टू keep all the human values properly followed while you are doing the transaction of the business. You have to treat with respect yourself also and for other human beings also. That is the second principle. And universality म्हणजे काय? Act only so that the will through its maxims could regard itself at the same time as universally law giving. Okay, so this meaning of universality, it is a behavior or pattern characteristics of all members of particular culture or a human being. So culturally it should not be changed. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे काही ethics follow करणार आहात ते ethics universally applicable असले पाहिजे. So it should not happen that it is only applicable for our country and that ethics will not be applicable when you are going to dealing with another country. So fraud is bad. So everywhere it should be avoided in spite of the boundaries of the countries. So for example, what is good and what is bad, what is right and wrong in one country or culture is also same accepted by the other country. So it should not happen that your ethics are followed only in your country and when you apply it for the universal level, it is not followed. So universality चा अर्थ काय होतो की whatever are your ethics, that should be universally followed. That is the meaning of this particular thing. Okay, so in this third theory, you have to write down the description. Who has invented this? Khan. Focus is given on duties. ह्याचा rules किंवा basic guideline काय आहे? Categorical imperative. आणि कॅटेगरल इम्पेरेटिव्ह मधले हे 3 टर्म्स तुम्हाला लक्षात घ्यावे लागतील. सो विच 3 टर्म्स आर देअर? कन्सिस्टन्सी. सो यू हॅव टू डू विच इज कन्सिस्टन्सली ऍप्लिकेबल टू एव्हरीवन. सो फर्स्ट अँड लास्ट पॉइंट आर हॅव्हिंग समवॉट सेम मीनिंग. ह्युमन डिग्निटी मीन्स व्हॉट? यू हॅव टू गिव्ह इम्पॉर्टन्स टू द ह्युमॅनिटी ड्युरिंग युअर बिझनेस. अँड युनिव्हर्सॅलिटी मीन्स the whatever ethics you are following, that should be universally followed. So these 3 points you have to consider. So more explanation also you can get in the detail document of this categorical imperative. Okay, so that is third theory. And fourth normative ethical theory, it is ethics of right and justice. Okay, so what do you understand from this? चौथी theory बघतोय आपण, 3 बघितल्या आतापर्यंत. Fourth normative ethical theory we are considering right and justice. So obviously you have to give more focus on right of human being and justice. Means what is the meaning of justice? That if whatever you are doing, that is not making any odd thing or any wrong thing for any of the element. That is the meaning of justice. Giving the equivalence to all. That is the meaning of justice. So the name itself indicates the fourth theory, rights and justice. It is giving the explanation about or it is giving more focus on rights of the human being and justice should be given to the human being. That is the main concept. So contributors are John. Then focus is on rights. Rules काय आहेत? Respect for human being. You have to give the respect for human being. And concept of human being. Human being is considered as what? Man is being that is distinguished by dignity. Okay, so you have to give proper right and justice because everybody deserves that particular thing. And type it is non-consequentialist. So in detail we will see this fourth theory. So ethics of right and justice. So ethics of right and justice is conceptualized the nation of natural right or moral claims that human were lentils to and which should be respected and protected. So natural rights are certain basic, important, unalienable entitlements that should be respected and protected in every single action. Okay, so whatever are the natural rights of every person that you have to consider. For example, if you are acting as a role of businessman, so you have to consider what are rights of the customers, what are the rights of the employees, what are the rights of the suppliers. By considering that natural rights of everyone, the action should be taken. That is the meaning of natural right. And justice means what? Justice can be defined as the simultaneously fair treatment of individual. For every individual, the fair treatment should be given in a given situation with the result that everybody gets what they deserve. That is the meaning of justice. So this is very simple. In this theory, you have to take care that you are considering the right of everyone and accordingly you are behaving, and through that actions, justice should be properly given to the every member. So these are the 4 types of the ethical, normative ethical theories. So this is the summary chart, or we can say this is the comparative chart for the major normative theories. So whether it is clear, normative theories points?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next type of theory we have to consider, that is descriptive ethical theory. Okay, so हे सगळे पॉइंट्स तुम्हाला लिहिणं गरजेचं नाही आहे एक्झाम मध्ये. सो इफ ओनली द क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड एक्सप्लेन द इथिकल थेअरी असं जर विचारलं फक्त, तर तुम्ही इथिकल थेअरीची डेफिनेशन लिहायची, त्याचे 2 टाइप लिहायचे, डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह आणि नॉर्मेटिव्ह. अँड इफ इट इज आस्क्ड फॉर 4 मार्क्स, एनी वन नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरी यू कॅन एक्सप्लेन. पण जर एक स्पेसिफिक थेअरी ह्याच्यातली इंडिव्हिज्युअली विचारली, शक्यतो एक इंडिव्हिज्युअली विचारणार नाही, but it can be asked as consequentialist, then these 2 types you have to write. Non-consequentialist, these 2 types you have to write. Like that you have to write down the answer. That's why each theory you have to understand in detail. Now the next, it is descriptive ethical theory. So what is the concept of descriptive ethical theory? It seeks to describe how ethics decisions are actually made in the business and what influences the process and outcome of the that particular decision. So by step wise ह्याच्यामध्ये stages दिलेले आहेत ethical decision making च्या. So that descriptive ethical theory we will see in the next lecture. So this is the last point of this chapter, and after that we will complete the chapter number 1. Okay, so intentionally I have taken the points very slowly, just 1 minute.